The body never lies. Only your mind. Your mind has created the mess of your life. If you'd have stayed in touch with your body, your life would probably be percolating along and just humming, with you having everything that you need without suffering. But you watch, but you go ahead, go ahead. We'll see. We'll see. There are a couple of things that go on. If I, as a man, start taking into my body too much of the hormone that you, as a woman, uses, your body uses, which is estrogen. If I start taking in too much of that as a man, I'm gonna grow bitch tits. I'm gonna grow a big old gut. I'm gonna stop looking like a man. But see, what you women fail to understand is if you over exercise and you do certain things, you're gonna you're gonna start creating too much testosterone in your body, and it's gonna throw your hormones out of whack. See, you were intended to be where you are natural. This whole thing is I'm gonna change it because of my mind. Again, yeah, you can get up and change your whole nature, but do you want to? These are some questions that people need to start asking themselves before they start crisscrossing over to the point that you start all looking alike. You can't tell a man from a woman walking down the street these days. But but check this out. There needs to be some difference between men and women for attraction to exist. So the more that we become androgynous looking, the more that there's no real activity happening between men and women. What's the draw? There's no contrast. There's no polar opposite to go to. You can't find that no more. So then what do women do? But see, women fought for women's lib. They wanted equal rights to men. You got them. And now you're trying to figure out what do I fucking do with this mess I created, me wanting to have what they had. You needed to want what you needed. And it's something different. You never check to see what women really actually need. Or you would have went into, even if you had done that, you would have gone into the workforce, and when you came in, you would have said, first of all, every position in the government, every position anywhere where there's a man, there needs to be a female counterpart sitting right next to him with equal voting rights, and hopefully she is in no way a man. She's still a woman. So most of the women that went into corporate, they all became men. So that they brought absolutely none of the feminine energy into the corporate world. They never brought the representation of the mother and love. You got to get back in, but you got to get back in yours. See, you feeling me? The only way that if somebody comes to me talking about the body, I'm gonna look at their body and see if they even know anything about what they're talking about. See, in the new age and different things that are going on now, people come out and start selling to other people how to do things that they themselves have no clue how to do. So my first question to anybody when they bring something to me, tell me what it has done for you lately. Let me see if I'm even interested. And if they start telling me it's a great body product, then I'm gonna say, okay, well, tell me what major changes have you seen from taking the product? Because I don't see those changes. So maybe you could tell me about them. Maybe they're in such an early stage until they're not visible. Not you personally, but if somebody's attempting to sell me something. Yeah. Okay, okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We were given these bodies day one on arrival. Most of us know nothing about the body that we were given. The one that we were given. I ain't talking about you healing nobody else. I ain't talking about you doing nothing with nobody else. Do we understand the body that was entrusted into our care? And do we feel like that we've come to a place where we will consciously and responsibly take care of it in order to do the things that the Creator sent you down here to do? Because health gone, health gone, the game is over. And most people, like, I'll give you an example. I had been healing. I had been doing things with other people, massage and different types of things for years. Everybody talking about your hands are so powerful and this, but all those years, I never massaged myself. And one day I put my hands on myself and started to touch myself and felt the power that was coming through my hands. I cried for 2 days. Who is so unintelligent until they will be given the most precious thing on the plane away and never give it to themselves? What that and I realized I was functioning from a place of total unconsciousness. I needed to correct myself before I started trying to do anything for anybody else. Like they say on the airplane, put your mask on first and then help children and old people. Yeah, yeah. And see, and now the thing that most of the people on the planet, on this plane planet, whatever it is that we happen to be sitting on, one of the things that they need to understand is that they disconnected from the mother in them. You are in them. See, you're not. When I talk about the mother, I'm in no way talking about the earth, even though the earth is a part of the mother, but it is not the entire entirety of the mother. The mother includes everything, earth and everything else. So I need to be aware of where that lives in me because that's what's supposed to be guiding my life. So I need the felt sense of it in me, not an idea or a concept. Those never become practical. Well, see, once you understand how you work, you realize that that's all that is in there is silence, unless you're still playing with all the craziness that they gave you to keep you constantly in chatter. See, we have to disengage and choose how am I going to spend my precious life force? Totally. And if I give my life force to something, am I going to be really feel good about myself tomorrow for having done that? Is what I contributed going to create hardship for somebody else? Or even what I take away, is it going to give create hardship for somebody else? So, we got to start asking some very, what I'm going to call really deep and profound spiritual questions of ourselves. Yeah, yeah. And I understand totally, totally. If you're a sane person on this plane, you have to have always been questioning what goes on here, because it's insane. Everything. So this is where we find ourselves. We know this is insane, but what we also know is that we have never ever in our whole life used our intelligence to our own benefit. Yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, everything got insane. So so that's what I'm saying. We got to reverse engineer our own insanity. Do you feel me? Cuz nobody else is coming to do it for you. Trust me. If you never get involved in it, it will never happen. And this is what I'm attempting to get all the people that I know, friends, family, everybody, wake up. Okay? Okay? How what? Okay, here's the thing, sweetheart. They threw you out in a world with nothing to function in that world with. You have nothing to deal with this world. Your mind will never figure it out. Trust me. Okay, so now what is it that they never gave you that you needed desperately in order to live a sane life? You needed some way to divine. You needed some way to do divination so you could get in touch with your destiny, your head, your Ori, and what you came here for. So the simplest way to do that is take a simple divination tool that works on the binary so you can add. Say that again. Yeah, okay. The thing in it is that you want to make sure that you really understand what you're doing because you can trick yourself too as well. Do you follow me? S- Yeah. Yeah, but so you were taught how to embody fire, embody the stone. I mean, I'm highly evolved. I've never done any of those things, so I applaud you. Uh, and at the same time, it ain't practical enough. Do you feel me? It's entertaining and it's enhancing in some way. But if a push came to shove and you had to go for what you know tomorrow because war came to a theater near you, none of that shit will matter. Trust me. You'll never think about it. Divin divination tool, but one that is really solid. So then you can go sit down. When your mind has some thought run through it, you can go throw the divination and it'll tell you no, yes. Simple. And if you get a no, that there's no need for you to pursue that train of thought, forget about it. And wait for the next one. And keep on asking the mother until you land on something. And then when we come to Belgium, we're going to bring the Obies. Well, we're already in Belgium, but when we start, I have no idea where I am most of the time. But anyway, we brought Obies. They are divination tools, so they will be available. We will give preliminary instructions on how to use them, and then there will be things on the drop box that we give out to the people that have attended things with lots of different information in there, so you can start narrowing down what you're doing here. Do you follow me? And the other thing that I'm also doing, and that I'm putting it out, that I'm getting ready to start doing something here on this plane to liberate my women and children. If ain't nobody else gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Do you feel me? But one thing I'm also putting out, if I put my life on the line at 70 years old for you women and children, y'all got to support me. Y'all got to have my back. Y'all got to come to see me and refrain from going away and lying because you ain't courageous enough to do what needs to be done. So you go out and lie on the place that exposed you in that way. Do you feel me? If you're in no way gonna be a part of the solution, then uh, definitely keep refrain from trying to tear down what you in no way have the courage to do yourself. Do you follow me? And women have got to start putting other women in check when they hear them doing this kind of stuff. Y'all sit there and condone it by listening and never speaking up for truth. Y'all gonna have to get in alignment and speak up for truth, or y'all gonna be ending up in situations where you're gonna be in real difficulty because of your refusal to align with truth. You can't have two masters. Either you're about truth or you're about a bunch of bullshit. And then at least be clear with yourself which one it is, so at least you'll know what to do if you decide to change. But if you're, convoluting everything and twisting everything to keep other people mixed up, you will one day become mixed up about your own life and may never be able to straighten it out. These are fragile things that people are playing with. They act like they're in no way breakable. No, they can be broken. Your mind is very fragile. So people are playing with it like it doesn't mean anything. My only statement to him is good luck. From where I'm sitting, it looks like you have no idea what you're doing. You're doing some things that you can do, but do you want to? But do you want to? You forgot to ask that question. For me, I looked at most of the things here on this plane and I said, I in no way want to play. This is insane. So what does that mean that I have to do? I've had to spend all of my life understanding how to be here without drinking the Kool-Aid. I got to understand how to do things in ways that other people have no idea they can be done. But I had to research. I had to stay up nights. See, this is what I mean when people want to be free, but they don't want the responsibility of doing what it takes to be free. They want it for nothing. Well, that's it. That's only if you keep shuffling shit. See, I stopped dealing with shit completely. If you're no longer dealing with shit, you don't have to shuffle shit. Do you feel me? But you got to recognize what shit is and leave it alone. Ain't nobody else gonna come in and determine that for you. And if I see somebody that realizes that shit is shit and they keep eating it, we done. We're done. Our time together is over. Not that I'm in no way afraid that you're gonna make me eat in it, but I don't want to smell it on your breath, so I'm gonna leave. It's so simple. Yeah, exactly. Stop. No, but we got a million and one reasons why I can't let go of my misery. Well, you will, unless you can let go of your misery unconditionally and let everybody off the hook, you will never know bliss. I guarantee it. That's what? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.